What's up guys, Cameron here. I've got Vinny with me, and now we've got a video showing you how to convert one of your PowerFT maps from our previous line to your new Vision FT line. It's really easy.
Yeah, because right now we already know how to communicate with the ECU, Wi-Fi, everything, right?
Correct.
And we're gonna go on the software, see how to create new map, import map, and all the other features that you're gonna use as a base to navigate through the software.
Okay, so first let's take a file that I've already got that I did on the previous line and convert it to this one so that we can use it on here now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go down to import map over here on the left, click on that. I have like a ProCharger tune file. I'm gonna open that one. It says map imported successfully. Just click yes. And it's loading. You can see it up on the top corner. And now you can see like I have a brand new converted map from the PowerFT line to the Vision line. This is the same tune file that I made a couple weeks ago on the PowerFT line. Yeah,
so whoever's like had a 600 before, a 550 or 450, doesn't matter. You need to try to convert to the new line, the Vision FT. You can import a map, you're gonna have the same tables, everything.
Yep.
If you're running a 600, which is a pin compatible unit with a 700.
Yeah, the two main 600 connectors plug directly into the back of the 700. So right. You could literally take this ECU, unplug your FT600, take your map, convert it into a FT Vision platform, write it into this ECU, plug it in, and go racing. Now that we've got this tune converted and it's open on my laptop, I'm gonna show you a couple things. You can go up here and you can see our tools tab. If you click on it, it opens up, you can see calibration. You can do your drive-by-wire throttle stuff. You can do your ignition calibration here. E-gates, if you have them, you can calibrate those here. And then also preferences, so you can choose your theme. You can do a light mode, custom mode, dark mode. You can choose the language that you wanna use. Between Portuguese, English, or Spanish. And then our measurement units, when you click on that, it takes us to where we can choose Celsius, Fahrenheit, and so on. Really easy to do that kind of stuff. But the next thing is, since we've converted this map and I want to use it on that ECU, I have to take the information from my laptop and send it to the ECU. So what we can do is we can actually click Write VCU. And in this case, I'm gonna do write map and set as active.
Because you're adding a new map to the ECU?
Correct. This one wasn't in the ECU before. I want to write it to the ECU, and I want it to be the active one that we're currently using.
Exactly. Yep. And there he goes.
And another thing that we can do is, let's say I want to start from scratch. Zero tune files to convert. Yeah, I want to have something brand new that I'm just starting without any previous stuff at all.
Yeah,
right?
You just finished wiring your car, so all the inputs, outputs going to be different. So start from scratch, new map, and then you can do all the tables and everything, right?
Yeah, that's when I don't know if we mentioned that, but when you convert a tune file from the previous line to this one, since it is pin compatible, like you were saying, all of your inputs, outputs, all that stuff stay exactly the same. So you can literally plug it into this and then
go. Super easy. Yeah.
But okay, we're gonna do a new file, right? So we're gonna click on new map. It's just above where the import map button was. It says, do you want to create a new map? I'm gonna click yes, and it's loading up in the top left right hand corner. You can see that, and let me just click on one of the tables to show you that it's a different one. You can see here that this is just a generic base map. We can put whatever we want in here. We can associate all of our inputs and outputs. We can make our own tables however we want them. Brand new from scratch without having a file from one of our older ECUs.
Right.
Same thing, tools and preferences, all that stuff, all those buttons are still there. It's kind of a part of the software. We don't have to change anything with that. But Vinny's gonna show you a couple things with the software that are pretty interesting.
Sure, yeah, let me take a look. So I'm starting again on the same app that Cameron had before. And as you guys can see on the left column here, we have all these icons for the menus, but you can also expand, and then you're gonna have all the names. For whoever was using the PowerFT before, it's already kind of used to this structure. They follow pretty much the same with adding some new features. Also, you're gonna see all the tables, and then you keep going down here, sensors calibrations, engine settings, and then you're gonna see all the options on the menu after that left column. So here on engine settings, just as an example, we have all the settings for your base on the tune. You also have a VE option or pulse width option. On the right column here, you're gonna see the help tab, and you can also hide the tab if you're looking for more space on the screen. Going down here, we have custom functions also. It's a new feature that we have. And also VCU settings. You're gonna see all your inputs, outputs, CAN configuration, and pretty much all the other menus are still the same. A very interesting feature is the search bar. So we're gonna search here, and that's gonna be a search inside this menu. So let's say you're gonna put main, and then you're just gonna find the main fuel table. If you wanna go some sort of engine compensation, again, engine, and there it goes. There's also another search tab here on top, right corner, and you're gonna set, for example, engine, and then you're gonna see all the engine options on the software. So whatever you click, you'll take directly to that menu.
Yeah, that's like a search everything in the software.
Exactly, makes super easy to find, and you're gonna see all the options that you have if you just say engine, for example, and you have like different menus over all the software. So it's very, very helpful tab. And again, like Cameron said, we can just write the ECU again from here, or we can keep
making changes.
Yeah, for example, I'm gonna show you guys how to go to the dashboard interface settings, and then you can change all your dashboards around on this menu here. So here we have the base dashboard that we had before. You have the new gauge, and then settings, and change all the options, move them around. It's a really nice feature on this ECU. After you've done all the changes, just write the ECU again. We already have this map row in the ECU, so we're just gonna override the current and make it active. So very, very easy process going through the Wi-Fi, no problems at all. I'm sure it's gonna take a little bit for you guys to understand and like go through all the options. But again, we have tech support available for any questions. And,
another thing, when you're looking at the list here, you can see there's a bunch of stuff kind of cascading down this list. Some of them are lit up, and then some of them are not.
Good point, yeah.
So in order to actually turn those on, you simply right-click on whatever one that you want to turn on. You turn it on, and now you can use that feature. So It's always there for you to see that it's in the list, but it doesn't actually do anything until you've turned that feature on to use it for, I don't know, boost controller or something else.
Right, and let's say, like for example, sensors and calibration, where you have like many options here, but and then the option you're looking for might be on the bottom or whatever. Let's say let's enable this one here, flex fuel, and then, but every time you go back to that menu, for example here, the flex fuel is down there, or you can just like use the filter function here, and then all the ones that are active is going to be showed. The ones that are not active, it's going to be hidden right now.
Correct. Yeah. That makes it way easier to navigate. And if you're like me and don't want to scroll and you're impatient, you can just click that button. It puts everything up at the top that you always use. 100%. Makes it way easier for you to navigate the software. Yeah.
So it's a very nice platform. The software is like constantly being updated, and there will be like many other features in the future. But right now, it's a very useful and very friendly to use. Yeah. Well, I guess we covered all the basics on this new software. Anything else you remember you want to talk about?
No, man. I think that's pretty much it. We covered how to write the file, how to convert a new map, how to start a new map, some navigation tools. I think we covered pretty much everything.
Yeah, do all the changes, write the ECU, and then pretty much everything's gone. Yeah. Thank you, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay connected to more videos.
And we'll see you guys next time.